Hello, welcome to Leadership in the Tarot. My name's Nicole, and I will be your guide on this journey. I'm so glad you've joined us. Let's jump in. As Simon Sinek reminds us, it's always important to start with the why. So, why leadership in combination with the Tarot? For me, this is a call to action. We are in times where we need to take a radical shift in how we think about leadership. What leadership means to us, how we show up as leaders, as well as the expectations and the ways that we interact with those who lead us. And when I speak about leadership in this lens, about having a radical shift in how we think about leadership, what I'm talking about is not just in our workplaces. I'm talking about in this political sphere. I'm talking about in our spiritual places. I'm talking about personal leadership of myself. How do I have relationship? How do I lead myself? I'm talking about in our family structures. So for me, when I talk about leadership and why I feel that this invitation into using reflective tools such as the Tarot is important, it's because this is the time. We cannot wait anymore. We cannot rely on our old mental models that have led us into these spaces. It is time for us to figure out who we are as leaders and how we want to be in relationship with our leadership and those whom we lead, including ourselves, in order to transform, in order to make the world a place where more people can thrive. That is where the Tarot comes in. The Tarot is a tool for us to be able to reflect on who we are. And I just want to start here in saying that there are many ways to read the Tarot. So perhaps you have some experience with the Tarot that's about reading the future, some sort of divination around this is going to happen to you. And for this experience is that we won't be using the Tarot in that way. The Tarot in this space will be used as a reflective tool, a tool for introspection. This is not the only way. And in no way is this Tarot experience meant to tell you what is going to happen or what is right or wrong. What I do know in the world of leadership is when we get stuck in binary thinking, good, bad, right, wrong, do this, not that, we start to fall into traps. We get stuck on these models and on these frameworks. And even when our insides are telling us it's wrong, we can't let go because we were so stuck on, but this is what I learned in that class, or this is what I learned as being part of that fellowship, or wait, this is what that book told me about leadership was supposed to be. What this experience will do is that it will provide us a tool, which will be the Tarot, as a way to engage in some self-talk, some self-reflection, some introspection into understanding what are some of the themes, what are some of the habits, what are some of the thoughts, what are some of the actions that I have created as part of my leadership mental model that are good, that are useful, that are meaningful, and are contributing to me becoming the person that I want to be, the type of leader that I want to be, one that contributes to the collective good. It also helps us say, what are the mental models? What are the habits? What are the thoughts? What are the actions that are actually getting in my way? So, in this experience, what can you expect? Well, every week, what we'll do is we will have a leadership theme. And in that theme, we will identify a card, or maybe two, that will help us understand that theme a little bit deeper. So the first thing we'll do is we'll dive into the card and its meaning, knowing that the Tarot isn't just applicable to our leadership. Really, the Tarot is a human experience. So we can apply these meanings broadly across our lives. So we'll look at the meaning of it. But then the next part that we're going to explore a little bit deeper is what are some reflection questions that this card brings up for us, that this card can, the space that it can invite us into, to go inward and say, what is this telling me? What is this inkling that I've been having inside that this card is shining some light on? Or maybe I haven't been having an inkling. Maybe this is something that I've actually ignored entirely. Something that would benefit from me paying a little bit of attention to. So we will leave with some questions that you can take out into your daily practice. What you take away from it will be entirely up to you. This space is more of an invitation into creating reflective, thoughtful, pausing spaces to really understand what are the things that I do, what are the ways of being that I participate in that serve me and serve those around me, and what are the ones that maybe once upon a time served me, but no longer serve me today? What are the new thought patterns that I might consider holding? What are some reflections that would be meaningful for me to sit with? So if this calls to you, if this is an experience that you say, yeah, I would love to be a part of that, you can hit the subscribe bell. That way you know when new videos come up. And perhaps you want to participate as a thought partner, thinking, I want to be in relationship, I want to be in community, I want to leave thoughts, I want to do some of these practices, great. Or perhaps you're saying, hey, what I know about leadership is that sitting in echo chambers is not meaningful. So I don't know if I'm fully on board with this leadership combined with the tarot, but I do know that holding another way of being, another thought practice might be beneficial just for me to have another perspective. I might not agree with it, but I think making space to hear another perspective so that I don't get stuck in an echo chamber would be beneficial for me. That might be another great way for you to participate. That might be how you are participating in this experience. And I would very much welcome you into this community as well. If you would like any more information about me or the work that I do as a coach, you can go to my website and you can find that in the description below. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. Again, my handle is in the video description below. I'm very much looking forward to this journey with all of you. And as it continues to evolve and emerge, I'm sure that experience will become exactly what it is that we need to serve us today. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you next time.